Alright, welcome back to another fun episode. So, yeah, this red truck seems to be popping up quite a bit, and it's all for the same issue. So it's not, the Ford part of it, it's not even the 6.4 heart of it, it's the damn valves on the pump. Simmons, Continental VDO. Now, so, I don't remember where I left off with this. Pretty much, we've put 4 Ford reman pumps in this truck. All have been junk. One had a bad pressure valve. 2 had a bad pressure valve. The last 2 had a bad volume valve. I think, or three. The last 3 had bad volume valves. The first one had a bad pressure valve, something like that. So what we're doing is we're pulling it back apart again. I know, I'm like a professional at this now. I've done pulled this pump so many damn times I can do it with my eyes closed. Hell, I can do it asleep. But whatever, so we're going to pull it back apart. We're going to pull the pump back apart. I have finally gotten a hold of a manufacturer overseas who still makes these volume valves. As of today of recording this video, I have 5 of them that are being shipped out probably tonight, because it is, opposite time frames, which will be morning for them, shipped out tonight, coming en route to me. And then we'll see, hopefully we can get these things up and going again. That would be awesome. Excuse me again, that's what we're looking at. So I got those coming. Again, my goal is to start selling reman pumps for these engines, and as well pretty much guaranteeing with new sensors, and why I'm doing that. I will also do services. If you want to send your pump in, I will go ahead and take care of it for you, or I can sell the sensors. That's fine too. That's what I'm going to end up doing though. So I'm going to get them in here. I'm going to verify that they are good and they do work. The pressure valves, it will take a while to get those. They're still waiting for them to be built. But the volume valves, the place I have currently has 100 of them in stock on the shelf. And they're sending 5 currently. I got to test them right. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money or spend, damn, $5 grand getting these valves here, and they're not good. And I got a bunch of junk. So that's what we're looking at. I don't know why I keep yawning. My oxygen deficient, probably. But those are coming. So progress is coming. I'm gonna call it Operation Save Navstar or Save Max Force. It's a Max Force 7 engine. But either way, we're going to get that going on. So again, trying to make these 6.4s better every day. Just keep them on the road. There's a cult following for them. People like them. I mean, I like them. There's plenty of people who still own them. There's plenty of them still on the road. So I'm trying to keep it that way, The biggest thing, something like this is typically probably a $3,500 to $44,000 job. And if you get a bad one, you're just having to keep changing it out. So, I mean, that's just a lot of money out of the consumer. I'm really going to blame Ford a lot on that, because they should do better. They should do better part support. I get these trucks are old, but they're still on the road. So, I mean, if you really back your product, you should back your freaking product. Hell, even John Deere does a better job than this. And they're freaking money gougers if I've ever seen them. So, make it make sense. But, I digress. So, that's what we're doing on this. So, good progress coming. Hopefully, in the future, coming months, we'll be able to make a really, really big step forward as far as getting that available for consumers. So beyond that, we're going to go ahead and finish tearing this thing apart, and then try another volume sensor to at least get it running good, because I do still like to drive this truck as much as I like driving my newer one. I do like driving this one. This is just kind of it's one of my favorite trucks to drive, honestly. I like driving this thing more than a 6.4 when it runs right. Right now, what's happening is when the truck gets under a high load or under a load accelerating, you'll hear it fuel rattle real hard, and it'll feel depowered. Now, it's still generating quite a bit of fuel rail pressure, and sometimes the fuel rail pressure will drop off, like the volume valve has stopped working, and then it comes back. So the volume valves can cause a lot of havoc. You won't really throw a code for it unless the valve itself fails, causing a hard code for, or even a soft code, pretty much where the truck has acknowledged, hey, I can't get a circuit through this valve, or this sensor, something is wrong. So the volume valve, excuse me, can still read good but be bad, like this one. This one reads good, there's no codes on it. It has full circuit control, voltage looks fine, but the valve itself doesn't work like it's supposed to. So, just something to keep in mind for everybody out there. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and finish, like I said, finish tearing this thing apart. And then I just keep yawning more. That's pretty much what I'm doing best right now, is yawning. And then, yeah, I'm very happy to tear it again. That's what I love to do, is pull 6.4 turbos and tear these things apart. But whatever. I think of what else. No, nothing else. That's all I got. Cool. Well, till the next one. Alright, so grease up my damn hand. Pumps back in with the other volume valve. Already got all the low pressure lines, high pressure lines in. I always leave that one loose because the pump cavity, whenever you tear these pumps apart to change these valves, if you do it yourself, again, I recommend, if you don't know what you're doing, please do not. There are quite a few things inside that back pump case that if you get wrong or assemble wrong, it will not run, and you won't know till it's together, and you'll be tearing it back apart. So just mind that. But got it all back together. I normally use that line. I leave that cracked, that way I can drain the pump cavity itself, and as well as the high pressure cylinders. That's loose, all that's on, all that's good. The drain for the low pressure turbo. I'm about to split the turbo case. I am going to reinstall new gaskets here. I have pulled this turbo twice with this same one. Of course, every time you pull it, it makes it flex. It ends up tearing up that center crush gasket, which is this little donut. You can't really see it. It's right here, it's wrapped up in here. It's a little, like a crush donut that slides on. So just mind you of that. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, split this turbo case apart, reseal that. No biggie, we'll get that done. This is the standard install kit, IPK1. That is what I use for these. It comes with everything. It has the new harness gasket, it has new lines, new clamps, it has the zip ties for the plugs. I didn't use these, I used my own. All the O-rings you need. And I think it also has, maybe not, it doesn't, no it does not. No, it does not have the gasket for the downpipe flange, unfortunately. Not that it really matters, I've never put one on these anyway. But we're going to do that once we get the case split, put the gaskets in there, which don't take no time at all. Then it's just a matter of putting turbos back in, so we'll do that. Like I said, it won't really take us 10 minutes to put the new gaskets on. We'll get these swapped out, and then yeah, start putting it all right back together. It didn't really take no time at all. I mean, again, I've done this so many damn times now, it's just doesn't even faze me, but whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's what a naked 6.4 looks like. Everybody, that's the thing, and I will say, I get a lot of comments on TikTok, is that people say, oh god, you pop the hood on these trucks, and they're like, oh man, there's so much stuff, you can't work on it. Well, once you pull the air box off on this side, and you have access to this. Now granted, this side is a harder one to do because you have the AC accumulator here, you have the heater hose lines, you got the main engine harness there. There are a few more things here that are in the way that make it a pain in the ass. The driver's side though, once you pull the U-bundle out with the fuel cooler, I mean, shoot, you got room for days. And if you want even more room, drain the coolant, pull the battery, 4 13 millimeters here, there's a vacuum hose, and then your little this little 1/4 inch hose, and then your main drain hose, or your feed hose off of there, which is a quick connect. And then you pull that whole battery box and coolant jug out, and then you have a whole shit ton of room. Get to everything on this side, so it's just something to think about. Everything's big pieces. That's what I tell people. It's all big pieces. Like the turbos. Once you pull the turbos out, you have access to everything on top of this motor. Now, yes, the turbos are a pain in the ass to pull. I'm not saying they're not, but there's something to keep in mind. So let's get back to it. Well, turn of events. That volume valve is also bad. The truck on the idle, as you give it throttle, it dies out, and anytime I try to throw take control of the volume valve, it'll throw it out of range, which tells me the magnet is bent. So that hit a volume valve. The pump in that box has a bad volume valve, and this is valve. This guy here, which is in dormant, this volume valve is bad too. Pressure valve is good. Volume valve is not. Wonderful. So, what does that mean for us? Well, that means screw that truck for now. I'm going to come back to that a little bit. But the ECM came in for the 2024 GMC, so I'm going to go ahead and go throw that ECM back in that truck, get her fired up, get it moved up here, start getting the software taken care of. This computer right here, E42 ECM. So that way we can at least get it taken care of. Get that done today. It would be freaking something, right? But yeah, sucks ass. Pisses me off. All that work for nothing. I got to pull it all right back apart. It's part of it, though. It's part of testing. I'm doing this work, so hopefully somebody who is a customer of mine in the future, doesn't have to. That's the point of me suffering. So let's go get this ECM in this truck, get her fired up, get her moved out, and go from there. Alright, so we're working on getting the tuning issue, or the tuning files figured out for that truck right now. It's kind of being a pain in the ass. I'm using a new tool, new to me, because I have not had anything newer than a 22 Duramax yet come in for some work. So at the 24, so we're getting the bug worked out of that right now, so I'm letting him do everything on his side. We're going to finish tearing this freaking hunk of steel apart. Do it real quick, right? 11mm on connecting rods. We're going to go ahead and get this engine overhauled. Like I said earlier in the video, is the hardware to rebuild this motor engine will be here tomorrow. So once we get it torn down, we're going to mic spec everything, and then she will go to the machine shop for some tender love and care, and then she'll be for sale, just like that. So if you're interested in a 6.0 Power Stroke, shoot me an email at notaslowdiesel@gmail.com. It is also in the description down below, and we can get it all worked out. The price, I don't remember off the top of my head. I can pull it up, but it's just under $9,000, I believe. Yeah, like $80-something, $100. As a long block, it will have new wrist pin bushings, all new bearings, of course, rod, crank, new cam bearings. The crank will be balanced. All the rods will be checked, make sure that the rods are good, which they should be. All new pistons, Z-lipped, Cerakoted for heat resistance, and as well as valve relief. It'll have a stage 1 cam, which I believe is a 175 or 195 or 198, something like that lift. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to actually get the exact spec. Something like that, though. Stage 1, this is going to be a level 1 engine. So bottom end will be completely done right. Like I said, all new bearings. Everything will be balanced. All new wrist pin bushings, new cam bearings, stage 1 cam. Brand new heads. No reman heads, no refresh heads or facelifted heads. Brand new heads, O-ringed with 100-pound springs. ARP head studs. We only use ARP, so ARP 2000s. Then it'll have 1132 push rods, so a little bit thicker push rod. Also Ford OEM lifters, and then I think that's it. I may have missed something. I think that's it though. So it'll be it'll be perfect for just an everyday driver, a tower. If you're pulling your camper, gooseneck, whatever the hell you got to drag, or you just want to haul ass, whatever. It'll also be good for a street truck. The bottom end of these engines typically hold or just roughly 800 horsepower, so you can run 6 to 7 horse with good tuning, of course, pretty easily. I'm also a dealer for Turbo Time USA, so I can offer turbo options, everything from stock to stage 3. We can offer a complete build too if you want a complete engine overhaul. Core charge will be $1,200, so either you turn your core in, or you just have to pay $1,200, and then shipping can be up to about $1,200-$1,300. We could probably find cheaper options like having a hot shot, stuff like that. Of course, only North America. If you are interested in having it shipped, I am located in southern Houston area, so we can if you're within the area, it's worth driving. Wouldn't be too bad. But I can do, again, out of state. So that's what we're going to do. That's the plan with it. But yeah, let's go get this thing torn down. Alright, so that Ed is torn down. She's a bare block now. She's ready to go to the machine shop. Tomorrow I'll do some measurements on the cylinders, verify everything. Everything's over here. All the pistons, crank cam. These are going to go to scrap metal anyway. I don't really know why I even put those there, to be honest. Whatever. But, so, like I said, everything for the rebuild will be here tomorrow. Very excited for that. We got the filing done for the GMC, and what else? The Red 6.4 is, well, the Red 6.4 is the Red 6.4 right now. I don't know to talk about that. It's just not drivable at the moment, so we'll have to figure that out. Again, I'm waiting on the new volume valve, so I'm sure life will be better then. But you know me, I don't know. I like to drive it. I love driving this truck. There's nothing wrong with this truck. I just really love, I don't know what it is about the 6064 Power Strokes, but it's like a crack addiction. Driving it. I don't know how to explain it. They're fun to drive. They're very responsive, very quick. There's nothing really compares to them. I don't know how to put it. That's maybe why we keep driving them, right? The smart thing to do is, drive this truck every day. Buy something like that, drive it. Maintain it, it'll run, do its job as long as you don't abuse it and throw a bunch of power at it. It's just fine. But there's these, and it's like, man, yeah, I mean, they're not, they don't have the best reputation of an engine, but they're sure as hell fun to drive, or even 6.0s, whatever. We really gotta get this thing going. God. Hopefully everything goes right. If it's a fat ass if everything goes right, should pull the truck up for the donor engine out of for this one this weekend. That way we can long change, or my next set of days off, I'll rip this sucker apart. But it's TBD, baby, TBD. That's where we're at, though. We're going to leave it there. I will see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Again, interested in the 6.0, or interested in any engine overhaul, really, on light-duty diesels. Shoot me an email, notaslowdiesel@gmail.com, located in the description. Pretty much overhaul everything, give you a good price, good quote. Let me know. That's what I do. Again, I'm a small guy, right? I don't have a big shop. We're looking at building a shop. Actually, the guy who owns that truck is probably going to build the shop. Oh, funny enough. But again, I mean, I've done multiple engine overhauls. No big deal. It's, you know, I can't push the quantity like the big shops for sure, because I don't have the capability or the manpower. I'm just me, myself, and I, because I don't trust anybody yet. But yeah, let me know. See what we can do for you. How we can fix that for you. Or if you need some, you know, make your truck better, just let me know too. We do that. That's going to be it though. I'll see you all on the next one. Till then.